So what is social networking? Social networking is all about sharing information and resources with other people. I'm sure you've heard of Facebook and MySpace. These are two of the perhaps more well-known social networking sites. It's all about sharing what you're up to, what you're doing, what you're selling, what you're reading, what you found on the internet, and so on and so forth. There's now becoming more of a crossover between social networking and social bookmarking. So social networking sites are providing a way to share your links, and social bookmarking sites are starting to focus on sharing information and making friends. So the two are becoming a lot more interlinked, I think, is the sort of correct answer. But it's very, very good. Social networking is a great way of getting traffic to your website. It really, really is. And it's a good way not only of that, but of making contacts with other people. So you can see what other marketers are doing, because they're going to be promoting all their products, aren't they? Very, very simply. That's what they're going to be doing. So get out there and see what they're doing, see what's working for them. Now, that spying on the competition is a great feature of it. And of course, as you build up your number of friends, so you can start to tell other people what you're up to. So you can say to them, I'm doing this, and they're going to be interested, come through to your website, they're going to see links and so on and so forth, and want to know what you're doing. So it's a great way of building those relationships, and it's a good way of networking as well, because of course marketers want to network with each other. So it's a great way of starting to meet people, of starting to understand what's going on, and making contacts. Make yourself useful. Don't feel frightened to approach people. You never know what will come from it. And if you're doing well and you're building a good amount of friends in your niche and your social network, then it's going to help you to build your reputation as an authority figure. So people are going to look at you and go, that person knows what they're talking about. So particularly if you're posting stuff that's important and interesting and really, really helps basically build your reputation. So you do have to think about that. And because of this, if you're going to do any personal social networking, separate the two out. Separate out your personal social networking from your business social networking. And quite simply, the reason for this is I've been on Facebook, okay, and I've seen marketers that have posted stuff, obviously personal stuff, and then try and sell stuff. And I've read some of their personal stuff, and I've thought, actually, that's really, really inappropriate. I don't have, there's a few things that I read that I just thought, ooh, that's horrible, I don't like that. And thought, no, I'm not, I don't want to do business with that particular marketer. So, separate them out. Also, the other reason to do so is because as you build up your number of friends and you get a lot of friends in your social network, you're going to find out that anything from your personal buddies, the people that you know, is going to get lost in all the noise from the internet marketers, and there will be an awful lot of noise. They'll be constantly trying to promote products and sell things and so on and so forth. So that's a reason why you need to separate them out. And if you do it properly, then you can get quite a lot of social traffic from it, from your friends, and it can also help your search engine rankings because it can count as backlinks. And I'm going to show you how to use a couple of these social networking sites in some of the next videos. Now, if you're going to use social networking, you need to use it effectively. And firstly, just pick 1, 2, or maybe 3 social network sites. The reason being, you're not going to have time to deal with them all. Realistically, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Social networking takes time. You can lose hours on it, particularly if you're responding to friends, you're networking, you're busy posting stuff. And if you're trying to do it on a dozen different sites, you're not going to do any well. Pick 1 or 2, possibly 3, focus yourself on them, provide a really, really good information on there, really build yourself up as an authority figure, and it will help you. If you try and spread yourself too thin, you're going to struggle. Really, you are. Just pick a couple and focus your attention on them. And work exclusively with them. As I said, trying to do too much, you're not going to do anything. You've got to do just a few. And also, make sure that your target market hangs out there. So, for example, if you're in the weight loss niche, don't go and hang out at an internet marketers forum. You're not going to get any response from that. You've got to find social networks that are niche related, or where they have groups for that niche within the social network. Now, Facebook and MySpace, they'll have groups like that. Some of the smaller ones may not. Some of the smaller ones may only be focused on certain niches or certain ages. Now, if a particular social network is mainly frequented by younger people and your target market is baby boomers, it's not going to work for you. So please consider that. Now, what I would also recommend is, by all means, create pages on all the other social networks. Just simple pages, and every time you create a new website or something, put a link on it. It's going to help. It's not going to do any harm. But don't put a lot of effort on any site except the ones you're focusing on. You can spread yourself too thin, and if you do so, you're going to dilute your marketing efforts. I'd also recommend posting regularly. If you can, post 2 or 3 times a day. There's a lot of noise on the social networks, particularly when you have a lot of friends, and most marketers are out to get as many friends as they can. So if you post regularly, you're going to find that more people are going to see your message, because not everyone's going to go and scroll through the history to try and find the bit of information from you. They're just going to look at whatever's displayed, and if yours isn't there, it'll be missed. So post regularly, 3-4 times a day, more if you can. Now, be professional and informative with everything you do business related on your social network. I said on the previous slide, split business and personal social networking. If you do that, you're not going to have any issues with being professional. If you remain professional and you are informative, you're going to build your status as an authority, and you're going to build respect. People will buy from people who they view as a professional. Remember, you're a business person, so be professional on your social network. It's very tempting to be inappropriate and unprofessional, but it will damage your chances of making sales in the long term. And look out for opportunities to network and help other people. I remember on one social network, I saw someone that posted a comment about a website they were trying to set up and they were struggling. And it just so happened I'd set up that sort of website the previous week, hit the problem they'd found and solved it. So what I did is I sent them a message saying, "Hi, you're on my friends list. I've noticed you've got this problem. This is a solution for it. This is what you do." And we got talking, and we ended up doing a joint venture, which made us both a reasonable amount of money. So, look out for these opportunities. And if you've got an issue with something and you're struggling, post it on there. Someone may contact and help you, and you never know what will come from it. And always actively search for new friends. Don't just sit back